Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kemicha and my YouTube channel's name is Kemi256. And on my YouTube channel, I share with you my journey working as a housemaid in Saudi Arabia. For today's video, I'm sharing with you some of the things that are stated in the contract that you are supposed to get in the Arab home but you won't be getting. So if you're new on my channel, you are very much welcome, and if you are my returning subscriber, thank you so much for the love. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider hitting that notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I upload a video. So let's go into the video. Number one, the contract states that in every 5 hours of working, a housemaid is supposed to be given at least 30 minutes to rest. But you're not going to get this one anywhere. Here in Saudi Arabia, you're not going to get it. Whether it's a rich family that you're working for, or a poor family, or a middle-class family, or if you're working for the good people, or the bad people, or the fair people, you're not going to get these 30 minutes of resting every 5 hours of working. Trust me on this. Maybe if it's Dubai, but I haven't also heard anyone talking about that. I have friends in Dubai, but they don't talk about the resting. So you will not get that. If you experience that and you remember that you read it in the contract, don't complain, because we are all facing that. Number two, the contract also states that a housemaid is going to be given a 1-day leave of every week. Like when she works every week, she's going to be given like a 1 day to rest. That one, don't even dream about it. It's in the contract, but your bosses are not going to give you that, no matter how much you may complain. That is only in Europe. That one, I've had it in Europe. They work on time and on days. If you work overtime, they pay you the overtime. I've had that in Europe. But in Saudi Arabia, it is not there. No matter how good the family is, it is not there. Number three, the contract states that your bosses are going to be in charge of the medical bills. So in case you get sick, your bosses are the ones supposed to pay the bills when they take you to the hospital. So some housemates get sick and are not taken to the hospital because the bosses don't want to pay. While others get sick, then the bosses take them to the hospital, then the housemates pay for themselves. For me, whenever I would get sick during the contract time, they would take me and they would pay the money. I won't lie for them. I was blessed with that, but most of my friends do pay for themselves. And one of my friends was like, I don't know if my madam is trying like to lower me when it comes to finance, because she was like, this madam takes me to the expensive hospital that I can't even afford. Imagine getting sick and paying 600. You're working for 900. Then what if you get sick every 3 months? Every 3 months, that is a total loss. But the contract states that it's the boss to pay for you. If they don't pay your medical bills, sorry. Number four, the contract states that a housemaid is going to be given all the basic needs by her bosses. So this one is like the soap, the shampoo, the sponge, the clothes, the uniform that you're going to wear. But for me, during my contract time, the 2 years, my boss never bought for me soap, shampoo. She told me I should buy it for myself because I do work for a lot of money. So if you've been watching my previous videos, there's a time I talked about it. The reason why I had to buy it for myself is that my boss asked me how much was my salary, like in the Uganda's currency. So I was like, it's 900,000. So she was like, okay. Like the next month, she told me, you know what, girl, buy things for yourself because you make a lot of money. It was a video. I think it was a video of things you should never tell your Arab boss. So if you haven't watched it, go and watch it. Number five, the contract states that your bosses will pay for your ticket once you're done with the contract, once you're going back home. So this one, I won't focus on it very much because I haven't had a lot of people complaining. But there's a girl I know, the boss told her, you know, buy the ticket for yourself, buy everything for yourself and go if you want to go. Because the girl had refused to add in 1 year. You know, when you're about to finish contract, they tell you, you know, add in 2 years, add in 1 year, like that. The girl was like, the contract states, as long as I finish my contract, you should pay for my ticket to go back to my home country. So the boss was like, I'm not paying it. If you want to go to the police, go to the police. And if you want to go home, buy it for yourself. So I won't focus on that much because not all bosses do that. There are just few, those stingy ones and bad ones, not even just stingy, but worse bosses. Number 6, the contract states that the boss should never take the phone of the maid or disconnect her from all the internet connections or monitor her phone. This one, I have a testimony. I have my cousin sister who came in 2020, and the bosses denied her to buy a new phone. Like, she had the Kamapesa. So the bosses were like, if you want to talk with your people on WhatsApp or Facebook, use our phone, because they want to hear their conversations. Some bosses, I don't know if they're sick or they're just there like that. That is how they were created. So the boss was like, you know what, you are going to be using my phone to call home or to talk with your friends. So the girl was like, no, I want my own phone. Of course, I want my own privacy. So the boss was like, okay, if you want a phone, but these phones, they only have YouTube. So this cousin sister of mine wasn't so much advanced in social media, or like, okay, the smartphones. So we would talk on the Kamapesa, and I told her, buy a phone of 400, buy like Hawaii, or you call it Hawaii, buy like that one, the Y5 Lite, it's 400. Then she was like, okay, she told the boss, I want Hawaii Y5 Lite, it's for 400 or 450. So the boss was okay. They bought it for her the first month, they took it away. So I last heard from her in 2021, April. So it has made a year without anything from her because the phone was taken away. So if you face that, try your best and fight it. But I know even if you tell the office people, they will tell you, be strong as long as you are alive and you're getting paid. So that is a problem that we do face, though the contract states that the bosses should never take away our phones. Another one is that the contract states that a housemaid should be paid every month she finishes. This one, you'll find that you'll get bosses who pay you every after 4 months, every after 3 months, and that is after quarreling, after threatening them that you're going to tell the office people. That is when they pay you. Those bosses, I hate them. I don't know. See, madam, if you're watching this video, I'm very sorry. So those kinds of bosses, But the contract does state that they should pay you every month that you finish, because you also have problems, because you've worked for it. During my contract time, my madam used to pay me even before the date I was supposed to be paid. So I always loved her because she knew that I also had problems. She knew that I also wanted money. She would pay me like I would get on the 10th, and she would pay me like on the 30th before the date even reached. But my people, they are bosses who can annoy. So guys, if you have that problem, don't think you're alone. We are very many. Twaguma. We are just strong. We are there to see how the day passes as long as you are alive. Another thing that is stated in the contract is the number of people. So the contract states that a maid should not work for more than 7 people. But there are girls who are working in homes of more than 15 people. And when you call the office people to tell them, you put me in a house where there are very many people and the contract does state not more than 7. They tell you, as long as you're eating, as long as you're not being beaten, just be strong. Yes. Sometimes you run to the office and you find that at the office, it's more worse than where you have been. I remember there's a girl who went to the office, a Ugandan girl. If you saw that video where she was strangled to death. So you're running from the house that they're treating you bad, you're going to the office that they're treating you bad. At the end of the day, the office treats you worse than you could ever imagine. Like it's even the worst place. From the home you're running from to the office, some offices are like prisons. Imagine, but the prisons, they somehow treat well. But this office, they'll be like, you don't know what brought you here, you don't want to work, they start blaming you, they don't want to hear from you. So the contract also states that a housemaid should not be taken to different locations without notifying or without letting the office know. So let's just assume you're working like in Riyadh and your bosses do have like a house in Jeddah. So they have to first let the office know before they take you, and it shouldn't be longer than 3 months. My dear, we went to Abaha. I was like, from Riyadh to Abaha. We would even spend there 5 months, and my office people would not be knowing. So guys, it's God who protects, not we ourselves or our bosses that protect us. It's only God. So they state that, you know, you shouldn't be going far when they don't know, but at the end you even go far without them knowing. Another thing that the contract states is that you shouldn't be working in more than 2 homes. It does restrict that. But you may go in a home where the woman has like the mother, so whenever like she wants to go in the evening, you go there, you sleep there. In the morning you start working. No kalakate chiyumba. So guys, those are the things that are in the contract and the things that we do not get but mentioned in the contract. So if you're going in any of these things that I've mentioned, you're not alone. My dear, just pray that you are alive, you get paid. They say that where there's life, there's hope. Everything will be fine. Just calm down, because you may change a home, that you're going to another home and things may get worse. If you see that in the home that you're in, you can be with them at least for other 2 years, maybe if you want to renew, or 1 year. Mukwano, just be strong. Because some homes, you go in some homes and you sit down and you start regretting and like, how I wish I remained at my old place. So guys, I hope this video has encouraged you to know that you're not alone. I hope you've loved it. Please give this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing, and also let me know your thoughts in the comment section about the things that are stated in the contract and you do not get. God bless you. See you in the next video. I love you.